Hey guys, welcome back to Naruto. Had like 190 Beats Part 5. I was meant to be taking it easy and resting, but I like making videos, so yeah, I'm doing this now. But I will stop for a bit on Christmas though, and it is 1:30 AM, so that's why I'm a bit quiet. Anyway, last time we left off Naruto just like past the tuning exams, and like there's no Orochimaru attack. So as they're about to get promoted, we hear Sasuke is a tuning, Suki's a tuning, and blah 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 blah. Also, you guys wanted me to stop Sasuke's character development, and the next like goes 140 likes, but it will come out after Christmas though. Yeah, and you guys wanted me to stop Sasuke's character development, so I'm gonna do that. Anyway, and then he goes to Naruto, and Naruto is promoted too, but then there's an explosion. But this time it isn't Orochimaru, it's Obito, or like what people think Madara. And then like third Hokage goes has to deal with it. And this is when Naruto heads everyone together, and then makes a plan. They go jumping around, but they get attacked by white Setsus, and in this timeline everyone's a lot weaker. So the white Setsu is actually really strong compared to them. And they start pummeling them, but Sasuke and Suki are able to hold their own. So, after this, they carry on fighting, and Naruto manages to go over to the third Hokage. But when he's watching the fight, he sees that Obito isn't being hurt. And Kurama notices and says, wait a minute. He's phasing through the third Hokage's attacks. And he tells Naruto to try something. So he appears in front of Obito and saying, you probably want me, right? I can see your cloak. And when Obito goes to grab him, he signals to the third Hokage, and the third Hokage manages to kick him. And he says, you can phase, but you can only do it at certain times. And then Obito decides, okay, I need to deal with you first, to the third Hokage, and it jumps at him, which was a big mistake. As now Naruto goes into KCM2 and blitzes Obito and places the flying larger mark on him. And before Obito can like phase through anything again, Naruto gets for a flurry of attacks. And then Obito's laying on the floor unconscious, so what we think. The third Hokage goes to congratulate Naruto, but before Naruto manages to high five the third Hokage, his stomach is pierced. The third Hokage's stomach is pierced by a projectile launched by the Masked Man. But before Naruto can do anything, the Masked Man fades away. Naruto now seeing the dead Hokage before him and starts losing control. And the Tailed Beast can't even calm him down, and the Ten Tails takes this as its chance against the form. And you guys are wondering why the Ten Tail hasn't like formed like in the real body, as that's the Getter statue is required to do that. That's why it's only to track her. But for the first time, Naruto is controlling his hatred. He knows that if he lets it consume him, it'll just be worse off everyone else, and the old man wouldn't want him. So the first time, instead of the Tailed Beast restraining him, Naruto appears in his own mind and absorbs the Ten Tails himself, gaining a lot of chakra. Anyway, after this and the third Hokage's death is announced, the blame is shifted on Naruto. which makes Naruto realise how cruel the world actually is, and he loses some of his cheery, childish personality. But after the true story came out, everyone apologised to him, but he looks at them with a blank stare saying, "What, so you think it's okay to blame me for the death? But as soon as you find out you were wrong, you want to come and apologise? I don't think so." And they all gulp and say, "But we're so..." And Naruto says, "If you even try to talk to me, you'll lose your heads. Let me just grieve the old man's death for a little bit without all you people trying to hate on me." And they all nod, and then Suki goes over to Naruto, and Naruto hugs her, crying. Suki pats his head, saying it's fine. But when Suki pats the head, there's Naruto and her chakra starts going against each other. As you know, Kaguya is the moon goddess, and Suki is the reincarnation of the moon goddess, but Kaguya had the Ten Tails protecting her, and Naruto just absorbed the Ten Tails chakra, so they feel a weird link. But they ignore this, and they go to Naruto's house, and they don't do anything 18 plus, they just go to bed, and Suki rolls up and hugs Naruto until he goes to sleep. Okay, time skip. We get a bunch of the village elders saying that they need the fourth Hokage, and they ask Naruto to go recruit Tsunade, and he shakes his head, and then they say, "Oh yeah, you got recruited to Jonin by the third Hokage before he died. But you can only get that rank if you go do this, and that's our decision." And this is when Naruto looks at them and says, "Wait a minute, you're not giving me something given to me by the old man. That's it, I'm gonna kill you all." And this is where the village elders get spooked and says, "It's just a test to make sure, and it isn't up to us." And then Naruto says, "Fine, I'll go get this daft woman." And she leaves, and he leaves with Sasuke, Sasuke, Suki, Sakura, and Kakashi. And they leave, but they actually get there a lot quicker. And when they walk in, they see a drunk woman, and this just annoys Naruto even more. And he says, "You, the third Hokage is dead," and Tsunade is shocked at this for a second, but plays it off. And he says he chose you to be his successor. This is where Tsunade makes a mistake, saying, "I don't want to be that stupid old man's successor. I'd prefer to stay here drinking." This is when Naruto looks at her. "Listen here, you old hag. He's dead and you can't even respect his final decision. And you don't even deserve to be the Hokage." And he's about to storm off to the third Hokage, till Tsunade says, You demon brat, let me guess, you're the Jinchuriki. You're such a monster. I guess no one loved you as a child, huh?" This is when Naruto looks at her, and she doesn't challenge him to go outside. Naruto teleports in front of her and drags her by her hair. And when she goes to punch Naruto, Naruto grabs her fist and crushes it. Suki's seen this is a bit shocked, but she gets that Tsunade crossed the line. But Tsunade manages to heal her fist and says, "You demon brat." And Naruto appears in front of her, activates the Sharingan gun and says, "You want to see a demon? I'll show you the devil himself." And he says, "Whoever falls unconscious has to do whatever the other person says." And then she agrees, and they start fighting. Naruto isn't pulling back at all. He slams the floor, creating its sand, and he goes to crush Tsunade's legs. And he manages to, but she manages to heal them with the 100 healing seal thing. And then he sends some flying at her, and lets Shikake take over while he thinks of a plan. Oh, sorry. Then he launches a blue fireball, which shocks Tsunade, and she jumps out the way. Then she goes to run to Naruto, but he creates a wave of acid, which she summons a slug thingy to block it. And then she tries it again, but Naruto just covers himself with lava. And she jumps away, and then he deactivates it. He has this plan. He activates KCM, he blitzes her, but yet again she heals, and Naruto says, "I like this, I can torch you, but you just heal." And then he goes over to her, and with his Ronnegan starts slowly pulling out her soul. And he looks at her thinking, huh, I could absorb this if I wanted. How does that make you feel? He puts it back in. And then he says, but then he does the meteor thing, and she pulls up to the sky. He's been practicing his Ronnegan abilities. General Tense, I think it was called. And then he, instead of throwing it to the ground, he just condenses it and lets her fall. She's nearly unconscious, but not fully. So Naruto collects her Sengun and slams her in the stomach. So like 2 hours later, she wakes up and then she accepts her loss. And Naruto says, okay, I have 2 requests. You come and be the Hokage of the Hidden Leaf, and you train Sakura. And he points out Sakura. So now that we're not going to see Sakura anymore till Shippuden, and she's just going to get slowly trained by Tsunade, making her a lot stronger. She's getting trained a lot sooner. Okay, so we go back to the village, and Naruto gets congratulated and given his rank. But this is where there's a drunk man saying, oh look, the demon brat's got a rank. But Naruto isn't as cheerful anymore. He's just had to deal with it as someone who looked at his dad die. And he goes up to him saying, all you people want to call me a demon, but if I left this village, you'd be hopeless. You'd all die as the Akatsuki. You wouldn't be scared to come here, and I might help them in the process if you're not careful. So if I was you, I'd keep your mouth shut and leave me alone for the next few months. After this, Naruto just focuses on training. And for this time, he doesn't actually get trained by Jiraiya. He gets trained by the Tailed Beast, and he trains with Suki and Sasuke. They stay in the village. Yeah. So Naruto actually gets a lot stronger, and he mastered every Tailed Beast ability. And he's mastered like a lot of jutsus. And I'm gonna leave it here. I know this is short, but it's like 1 AM, 1:30, 1:40 AM. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. Get that 140 likes. And yeah, please subscribe. We're nearly at 1.1k. And yeah, also I'm gonna be doing a collab with Ryan Chunky soon. It's a really interesting Whatif. So yeah, go and subscribe to Ryan Chunky. He's a really good YouTuber. And yeah, also I'm gonna start doing other animated what-ifs now, not just Naruto. And one of the what-ifs I'll start doing after I finish up these ones is what if Deku was a good goal. So yeah, if you enjoyed, like and subscribe, all the usual, and yeah, peace out, see ya.